Leaving the road, one home road from Keswick. We're going to do a little loop up past Skiddaw House over to MtbGuides and possibly back along the coach road. We'll just see how time goes before we do that extension. It's a bit of an icy cold one this morning. I don't think it'll be too bad, but we'll see. Might be a bit snowy. We're on the fat bike today, so we're just on Spoony Green Lane at the moment, about to start the climb up towards Gale Road, which is the descent if you ever do the Lonsdale loop, one of my previous videos, or if you're coming down Skiddaw on the bridleway. This is the bridleway that takes you up and down Skiddaw. Skiddaw over there, oh man, put snow on it today. This track's eminently spinnable, although at the start it doesn't feel like it. When you go past Spoony Green B&B, there's a real steep climb, but it is doable, and then it evens out into quite a nice uphill. And as I say, it's a great downhill this bit as well. It's one of the few flowy downhill bridleways, certainly in North Lakes. This hill on our right up the slope here is Latchig, which is also a nice little descent. But not for today, unless my cranks fall off this bike, of course, and then it'll be a roll back home. And the last time I rode it, which was Sunday night, I took this out and I just got round the corner and the crank fell off, so I'll put it back on again. But the bolt was obviously come loose, but it was partially stripped, so I'm hoping that it's going to hold out today, because I don't really want to spend 90 quid on a new set of cranks. I bought a new bolt in off another set of cranks I had, so hopefully it should be. That's Skiddaw over there, Lonsdale foil directly in front of us, Blencathra there, and then over this side here we've got Clough Head and Little Latchig, which is behind us. I can't be, I'll stay off my bike and show you. And as I say, if you walk up Skiddaw, this is the Jenkin Hill track, that Jenkin Hill there, which is the bridleway that takes you up Skiddaw. But we're not doing that today. We're going to go to Skiddaw House, which is right behind Skiddaw. So we're sort of going to do a half circumnavigation of Skiddaw to get around there, because we're going to go around the outside of Lonsdale Fell, which is a bit like the it's like the opposite way of, well, half of the Lonsdale loop that was in a previous video. Might be a bit icy on Glenda Terra, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Work at home, new bathroom, which seems to have taken for about 6 weeks, and not much time for any decent rides. Just little nighttime jaunts. And for this mountain bike leader course I'm doing, I need to get what they call quality rides in. They have to be on bridleways or minor roads. I need to do a minimum of 14 of those before I can do the assessment for the British Cycling Level 2 award. So this can be one of them. Got a little mini descent here, down to Whitback. Got to make sure I was in the right gear for that. Climb up the other side in either direction. Yeah, I don't really need the map today, but I thought I would try it, and as you can see it's come loose, so it needs a little bit of work before I do my assessment. Not a problem for today though. We're just at the Glendaterry Valley, and this is the start of the crags, which on a nice sunny dry day, well, they're certainly rideable the other way, and you can ride them this way. Well, in this section here, this first section is quite difficult because there's a big step up, and there's a quite significant drop off there, which you don't really want to fall down. Not healthy. But today it's mega slippy, it's icy, so we're not even going to attempt to ride any of it. I mean, normally off once you get up that lip, this is all rideable along here, but today it's icy, slippy, and not really very rideable. I mean, you could ride it, but if you fall off, it's gonna seriously hurt, and you're probably not going to be riding your bike again. Not really a geologist, but Skiddaw isn't the same as the other, this part of the Lake District, which is all volcanic rock. Skiddaw is actually an ancient seabed, and it's been pushed out of the ground by all the volcanic activity in the rest of the Lake District. So that's why it's like Glencaffer and Skiddaw are a different consistency of a slate type rock, rather than Lorridale volcanic. And there's the geology lesson. And then we'll get back to riding as soon as we get this last little bit. In my previous video I came the opposite way along here, and I had the drone footage of it as well, which is quite nice to see. So if you want to look at that, I'll put a link at the end of the video. And that's us over the tricky section. This isn't too bad. Sometimes this path is not very rideable. It gets really iced up and snowy in the winter sometimes, and it can be quite difficult. But today it's absolutely fine, which is good. I've got a short technical descent here. I don't know if it'll be rideable or not though, because it gets a lot of seepage on it, which if it's frozen up on my kicks is water ice, which well, I won't be able to ride. I'll have a look to see. There we go. This stuff's pretty dodgy on its own, this icy surface. Oh no, it doesn't look too bad. I think it'll go. It's a bit different riding this on the old fat bike than on the Plus Yeti. To pick your lines a bit more carefully. That was good. Unfortunately on this bike I don't have a dropper, so I have to put the seat back up manually. Old fashioned I know, but it's just one of those I did have a dropper seat post on one of those KS ones, but it didn't last very long, and as I use this as a winter bike, it just got shitted up, and I mean, as I sent it back to Jungle Products, who's the importer, and it was 8 months old, because it fell to bits basically, and then I mean, they were very good actually, and repaired it, but it buggered again, and I did service it, I took it apart and greased it and all that sort of stuff, but I think for, you know, riding in shitty, wet, horrible weather, which is what we tend to do in the Lake District, stuff like that doesn't last very long, especially, you know, a relatively cheap dropper post. I think it was a Leaf I had or something, which is their cheaper end, so. By the way, it's my Sealy Podium riding today, which is a 4-inch fat bike, 4-inch tyres on it. Well, I think they're 3.8s actually, but it makes odds on this stuff. But when we get around onto the soft stuff further on in the ride, having the bigger tyres makes a big difference. On this hard stuff, actually it's they're more of a hindrance really, because the tyres tend to float, which is the whole point of fat bikes, so you get less grip. So on the hard tracks, actually you can end up getting less grip than you would on your normal 2.5 tyre. But as soon as it starts getting soft, they come into their own. These are a nice compromise, the 4-inch tyre. They're not as big as the 5-inch tyre, but around here it makes it a really fun rideable bike and gives you enough cushioning to make it reasonably comfortable, as it's rigid front and back that bugs me. Well, this last section has certainly been ideal terrain for the fat bike. Quite snowy, quite soft, bloody hard work. We've got Skiddaw house over there, which we're just going to cycle up to, and then this is the area. This is called the back of Skiddaw, and it's a bit of a wilderness really. This track that goes up past Skiddaw house and down Dash Falls is quite hard, and it's one you can go on the bike all year round really. There's a little soft section we've just been over, but it's covered in snow. But it's not much. As I say, the section we're going to ride down to MtbGuides was quite soft, so that's probably a summer ride, I'd have said. Unless you're like pushing your bike through bog. We'll see what it's like today. It does change all the time. Sometimes it's not too bad. It depends what the rain, whether there's been a lot of rain. They're all this track and the other one are bridleways, and if you carry on around here, you can go down Dash Falls, which is like it's a double track Land Rover track, but it's not a bad little descent. Normally I would come up Dash Falls if I was going to do that ride, but you can go. It's good either way. Oh, they get going on this stuff. At Skiddaw House. That's our track going down over there, which is going to take us down to Rosedale and Grisdale. And as I say, it's usually a bit boggy, but today, let's see what it's like. I mean, obviously it's snowy and icy, and it's a Skiddaw House. It's a really odd, it looks like, I don't know, 4 council houses in the middle of the wilderness. Dark grey, but it's some sort of a shooting, I think it was built as a shooting hunting lodge, and it was a youth hostel for many years, and now it's still a hostel, but it's privately owned and run, but I think it's still affiliated with the Youth Hostel Association, so you can come up here and spend the night here if you want. Welcome to Skiddaw House, the highest hostel in Britain. Right, we'll drop down here and just follow this valley down, and it takes us out to Carrick Mine, and that's Carrick Fell over there. I see a little bit to go down here. Thank you in the snow. I wouldn't have thought I would be sending it. Exactly. I might be putting my seat back up against a pedal down here. It's that kind of stiff snow that it just, a bit like concrete, it just sets around you. Get a bit of momentum up, but hopefully I can keep it going. Nope. Sunk in. This is where the big tyres of a 5-inch fat bike would come into their own. I think it's just this bit here, when we get a bit further down, it's not so steep. Might get momentum going. I'm just digging in here. When it's dry, this is quite a nice little bit of descent here actually. Doesn't happen very much. You need to come down in the middle of the summer to find it dry. Try again on this bit. Looks a little bit more manageable. know. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I would have thought I'm really selling this to you, am I? I knew it wouldn't be a mega descent down there, but I didn't think it would be that shit. The other problem is when you've got big rocks underneath the snow, it's quite difficult because you hit them and they just stop dead. Something like Windlass is much better than the snow because you know it's a fairly smooth track underneath, so it's quite predictable. Well, the more these natural tracks when they get covered in snow, got big boulders and shit, got big boulders in them and things, and it's quite difficult when you hit them because you can't see them because they're hidden. Just push all over the place. This is more like it. This is the turnaround spot I was talking about. So it's like a Land Rover track back to the mine now. So it should be all pedalling and no pushing, I hope. I might even get to do some descending. I know I used to have my hardtail and to come along this track I used to feel rattled to bits by the time I got to the bottom. At least with the fat bike it just takes the sting out of this a little bit. Yep. Hang on to the tarmac. This is Carrick Mine. Behind us there, Carrick Fowl. So that's access up to the mine there. There's not a lot to see really. There's some big holes in the ground there though. We rescued an old guy who had been exploring the mine. He climbed down a knotted rope and couldn't get back up again. picturesque little valley. On the right hand side there's Bowscale Fell, and that track that takes you up the side there up to a lovely little tarn, Bowscale Tarn. Very, very pretty. There's lots of bridleways around here. They tend not to go anywhere. Most of them are historical access to old mines and things, you know. So they go up to the mile and they just stop there rather than going up to the top of the fell or over it and down the other side, which is a bit shit really. This track we've ridden today though is all bridleway, and as I say, the branch that comes off at Skiddaw House is a bridleway. It takes you down to Dash Falls.